What's up, YouTube? We are going live from my car. I'm not really sure how this works. Hopefully I can record this and then upload it right to YouTube. We're going to break down really quickly Sammy Watkins to the Rams and then Jordan Matthews to the Bills. So, I'm not going to get into the exact trades because it's a lot to do with draft picks and cornerbacks, so we don't really have to know that stuff. Sammy Watkins goes to the Rams, becomes the #1 receiver there for Jared Goff in Los Angeles. What does this mean for both guys? For me, this knocks off Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, and Tavon Austin pretty much off the draft boards if you're in anything like a 14-team league or less. Sammy Watkins, where does he go? For me, he was going in the late 3rd to early 4th as like wide receiver 15. This has to knock him down into, I don't have anything in front of me, obviously. This has to knock him down into the 20s, early 20s, probably mid 20s. So I'm probably not looking at him until it hits around the 5th round. Probably drops behind guys like definitely Terrell Pryor, Allen Robinson, Tyreek Hill. He's still an elite talent, but you look at Jared Goff, you look at Sammy Watkins, right? Sammy Watkins is an elite deep threat, an elite long ball kind of guy, right? In 2015, he only played in 12 games. He had 7 receptions of 40 yards or more, which was tied for 3rd, or was 3rd in the entire NFL, only behind Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, despite missing 4 games. So basically, as an elite deep threat, he needed a guy like Tyrod, because that's also a strength of Tyrod Taylor's, right? That deep ball connection, them two getting together to, I'm sitting in my gym parking lot right now, you know, them two hooking up on those deep balls. Now you move away from Tyrod, who was an accurate deep ball passer, over to the Rams, who, 1, attempted like 8 less passes a game, 2, scored about 12 points less per game overall. So Watkins, I mean, you're never really drafting him for his touchdown ceiling, but those deep balls being taken out of his game, because Goff is not by any means an accurate deep ball thrower, at least what we've seen in his sample size in the NFL. He only attempted, I think it was 16 balls downfield, and only completed about 25% of them. So at best, it's a question mark, maybe something he can improve on. They got Andrew Whitworth, so he'll have a little more time. Maybe he has more time to throw downfield. Could be a better thing. Overall, this definitely has to knock Watkins down a significant amount. And I guess you kind of should have seen it coming, right? They have a new regime in Buffalo, new front office, and they're just absolutely stacking up draft picks. Now, with all the trades said and done, with what they've done over the years, going into next year's draft, they have 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks. So it tells you, they did not pick up Watkins' 5th-year option. That should have been a sign that went off kind of early, right? That they're not going to pick that up, that they're looking to move on, looking to trade him or whatever. So they pick up Zay Jones this offseason. This is probably not good news for Tyrod Taylor in the long run. In this season, I think he'll be okay. But the 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, you're assuming they're going to pick at least 1 quarterback with those picks, along with kind of overhauling their offense as a whole and picking up on their defense. Now they get rid of their cornerbacks. They're going to be one of the worst groups of cornerbacks in the league. So they're a defense to target passing-wise. As for Jordan Matthews coming in, this is kind of crazy. They basically have 3 slot receivers, right? Boldin, Jordan Matthews, Zay Jones. Boldin, obviously, I mean, we know he's a good red zone threat. He's definitely older. I can't imagine. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do on offense there. For Tyrod, I would say, looking at splits between him with and without Sammy Watkins, his passing yard numbers definitely go down, like his passing yardage, obviously, because Watkins is the deep threat there, but his rushing yards go up. So the fantasy impact, it was 19 games in the split with Watkins, 10 games outside of the split. It's not a drop. It's barely a drop-off. It's like 0.8 fantasy points per game with and without Watkins. So this doesn't kill him. He's still going to have a good short to intermediate pass game with Jordan Matthews, Boldin, Zay Jones, Charles Clay, LeSean McCoy. But his rushing upside should actually go up, because rather than, taking chances down the field, he'll get more opportunities to scramble around. So it's not a huge hit to Tyrod. I do think his draft position will drop because of Watkins being gone. So he becomes even more of a value. Although if you're in like a 6-point per passing touchdown league, or passing yardage is weighed more heavily, then I would probably dip off Tyrod, because his numbers go down when Watkins is out passing wise. But in a 2 QB league, love Taylor as your second quarterback with the rushing upside. I also think that with these 3 new guys in town, you know, he should be more accurate, more efficient, and it should lead to better passing in the red zone, within the 10-yard line, because these are guys that we've seen be successful in the slot. Now, I would assume Jordan Matthews is the one. He would be, if I could pick straight up one fantasy receiver on the team right now to have on my team, it would be Jordan Matthews. I'm kind of assuming he's going to be the number 1 there. Zay Jones is more of Zay Jones should be a good PPR play. It wouldn't surprise me if he led the team in targets or receptions. He is a guy that's quick, agile, can move in tight spaces, and I think that he should see a lot of screens, short dump-offs, because he's much better suited for those kind of passes than Anquon, Boldin, and Jordan Matthews. Jeez, yesterday was just madness in the NFL. If anything changes in the Zeke suspension, I know he's appealing, but that's going to be a while before we hear anything. But I'll get a video up for that. Hopefully this even works. I don't even know if this is going to work. If it does, sick. Then you got a video from me inside the I should have done it sideways, huh? Me inside the parking lot of my gym. So that's what I got to say about that for right now. And my next video, I do go a little bit more in depth with it. We do the collab with fantasy football advice for the wide receiver rankings. We talk a little more on that. So hopefully this uploads. If it does, give it that thumbs up button for me going right off the dome right now. I'm freestyle spitting. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to y'all later.